The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, and once again, we've got some fun planned for you to start off your work week. This is one of those kind of all shows. I mean, it does everything, okay? We play music, we do comedy, we do news, we do sports, we do live call-ins. We'll talk about any subject. It's a pretty cool show, actually. I'm very glad that you joined me on alienxradio.com, UG Media in the UK, streaming live on Facebook.com and YouTube.com as well. That's right. Go to the Alien X Radio YouTube channel and go ahead and subscribe to that. Watch that. The video stream is much clearer and the audio quality is much better on YouTube than it is on Facebook. I'm just saying. But most people are on Facebook, and they're scrolling along, and there I am, and boom, they stop and they check out a little bit of the show. So anyway, let's go ahead and get things underway. Tell you what's coming up. I've got some punchlines for you coming up on the show. We're going to do a review at the end of the show, of course, of Just a Few Questions, which originates from the show Inside the Mothership, which airs at 12 noon every Sunday here on Alien X Radio, UG Media, and on Raw Talk Online. Now, what that segment is I ask just a few questions every week. Sometimes they're uncomfortable, sometimes they're inappropriate, sometimes they're just funny, sometimes they're scary. I don't know, but we will review that. This week's episode is called The Just Us League and the Raid on Area 51. So, we got all that coming up. We'll be talking about going to the moon. We'll be talking about buckets of human heads, extinct creatures, things that people are doing to their eyeballs, bad dates, and scientific discoveries, as well as taking your phone calls live in the chat room, on Skype. Our phone number is 313-444-8919. Again, it's 313-444-8919. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get things underway the way I always get things underway and let you know what happened on this day in history, way back in the day. Thanks for tuning in to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
July 29th, 1981. Britain's Prince Charles marries Lady Diana Spencer at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Robert Runcie, leads the ceremony.
Charles Philip Arthur George, wilt thou have this woman for thy wedded wife? I will. Diana Francis, wilt thou have this man for thy wedded husband? I will.
The royal couple separates in 1992, then divorces in 1996. Diana is killed in a Paris car crash the following year. 1883. Benito Mussolini, the first of Europe's fascist dictators during the 20th century, is born in Predappio, Italy. Known as Il Duce, Mussolini leads Italy into the Axis alliance with Nazi Germany's Adolf Hitler. Both dictators meet a violent end during World War II. 1958. months after launching its first satellite into orbit, the United States takes another major step forward into the space age. President Dwight Eisenhower signs into law the creation of NASA, the nation's space agency. And 1890. Artist Vincent van Gogh dies of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in Paris. The Dutch painter was 37 years old. Today in history, July 29th. Camille Bohannon, The Associated Press.
All right, folks, it's time to go ahead and get some music into your Vajir holes and a brand spanking new submission. That's right, I received this submission moments before the episode last week, so I didn't have a chance to download it, get it all prepared, and play it. Remember, this show, we play all kinds of genres. We play hard rock, we play soft rock, we play alternative rock, we play country, we play bluegrass, we play orchestra music. We'll play whatever. If it's cool, if I like it, we're going to play it, and I'm going to introduce it to the world. And I'm really, really bad at reading names that are not straight-up American names. I'm bad at it, and I apologize. But this gentleman's name, and I'm sure I'm going to get it wrong and hack it all to pieces because I don't know the alternate pronunciations of certain letters. So it's Kid Norgjen. I'm sure that's wrong. Kid Norgjen, and Get Out of That Hole is the name of the tune. And it's a very classic, like a not a classic rock, but an oldies type sound, actually. So anyway, check it out. You're listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Oh, yeah. Talking there on the radio with the microphone off doesn't do much good.
I feel unhappy, but I don't know why. My mind is clouded by the need to try. Deep inside, I'm just a wrecked mess. I need someone to tell me about progress. I used to struggle to find my place. Lost control, so I showed my face. How can I ever reach my goal without losing my precious soul? Don't let the shadow take control. You need so badly to get out of that hole.
Get out of that hole.
Stop listening to the faking news. I'm overthinking, so I play the blues. My nerves exploding and my body is tense. Feels like I'm pinned up against the fence. Don't let the shadow take control. You need so badly to get out of that hole.
Get out of that hole.
Looks like I'm running in the dirty race. Always trying to find my place. Time has come to find the train. Stimulation, no more pain. Don't let the shadow take control. You need so badly to get out of that hole. Don't let the shadow take control. You need so badly to get out of that hole.
Guy's driving along, got someone sitting right next to him, and he goes right through a red light. Guy says, what are you doing? He said, never mind, will you? My brother drives like this. Goes a little bit further, comes to another red light. Right through it. What you doing? I told you, will you stop it? My brother drives like this. Comes to a green light, and he stops. What are you doing? Well, my brother might be coming the other way.
Let me in, it said, voice outside a window. Let me in, it said, steam upon the glass. Yeah, the bird just fed. She must be dreaming. Oh, if I dream, she said.
got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Can you feel it?
All right, folks, it is now time for our number one's punchlines. And it is my duty and privilege to inform you that this portion of the show is being brought to you by Ashley's of Westland. Located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and Saturday nights for Spork Alive with their own DJ Wild Bill. And now you can order online for delivery with Uber Eats and Grubhub at www.ashleys.com. That's Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap. So, here we go. Arkansas photographer snaps image of snake eating cicada. This is a headline in an actual newspaper. No wonder nobody ever gets newspapers anymore. Because you guys are not reporting news. Last time I checked, it is a natural occurrence in nature on a daily basis for a snake to eat a bug. There's nothing special about that. Are you trying to say that this is like a super rare snake? And then a super rare bug, and it's just super rare that they happen to get together? Well, if that's the case, then you're naming what type of bug, but you just say snake. And I don't think a cicada is that special of a bug, is it? No. So once again, you got into a van with a photographer, went out to report, and came back with an awesome high-definition photograph of a snake eating a bug, and decided to utilize a section of your newspaper to report that the snake ate the bug. And just like that, millions of subscribers your paper has lost over the years came back, just like that. What an interesting headline. Snake eats bug. That's news. Driver tries to avoid ticket by using red sports drink as taillight. I mean, a lot of people in a pinch, if they can't afford to replace their taillight right away, they'll go out and they'll get some, like, red duct tape or some kind of clear red plastic and tape it in place. They'll do something of that nature, but they won't go and just get a red can of freaking Red Bull and stick it in there and say, oh, look, it's fixed. Red Bull gives you wings and a ticket, fool. And a ticket. Maybe you thought it was a can of blinker fluid. I don't know. Was the local Ace Hardware closed? You couldn't get any duct tape? I don't know. Doesn't work like that, though, folks. It just doesn't work like that. Anyway, that has been our number one's punchline. Thank you very much, Ashley. Ashley's of Westland. Make sure you head on in there and get one of those $5 burgers. Martin's been in there every day this week. Anyway, continuing right along. Speaking of getting something to eat or having it sent someplace, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, you've heard of a bucket of chicken, right? Sure. KFC, right? They got all kinds of buckets of chicken right there. They got the family fill-up bucket. They got a 20-piece bucket. They got a big bucket. They got all buckets of chicken. Well, this is a different kind of bucket of meat. I'm just telling you. There was a facility, and I say was because I'm sure it's shut down now. Everybody's arrested. It's a facility. I don't know why they would call it this. It's called a body donation facility. Pretty sure that that's not the official title of this building. Pretty sure. Okay? I'm pretty sure. But this is a place where tissue gets donated, organs, body parts, things of that nature. If you're an organ donor and you pass away or a family member passes away, this is the place that those pieces and parts go to be processed and then utilized in whatever way it was to give to other patients, research, whatever. Well, this guy always starts this way, right? With this guy, there's always a guy who ran this place. How he managed to stay running this place as long as he did is beyond me. It's just beyond me. I'm totally, I don't understand how, because things are coming in and they're not being accounted for, or they're not going back out. So, this isn't like, you're working at Walmart and go, hey, we got, 57 things of heads of lettuce that came in yesterday, and, we only sold 5, but there's none on the shelf. Nobody's going to question that for a little bit. But these are body parts and stuff. I'm sure there's time, how good is a heart for how long? How good is it? I don't know. I'm sure these things are tracked. But this guy managed to maintain and keep in his possession many, many, many body parts, including, and when the FBI showed up, yes, right, the FBI showed up, did a raid on this place, and found buckets of human heads. That's right, buckets of human heads and various other body parts. And many of them he had stitched together in strange manners, kind of like the Human Centipede movie. Not necessarily mouth to booty, but nonetheless, he was putting stuff together. And no, it wasn't Igor. It wasn't a Frankenstein thing. It was just a Looney Tunes crazy in your mind thing. Because these are the kind of facilities, nobody wants to go to check out these places and hey, let's go check out the human body tissue donation center to make sure that nobody's stitching body parts together like Frankenstein. Nobody thinks like that. So nobody investigates this place. Nobody goes to look at this place. So this guy could live there all this time, doing all this stuff. And you wouldn't know, because who wants to go hang out with the guy that processes body parts? Nobody. Well, now he'll be hanging out in prison. And I wonder what's going to happen to him in prison, because we know what happened to Jeffrey Dahmer. Now, Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't stitching pieces together, but he was eating it. Anyway, crazy people. We need to get some more music for the Vajir holes, none of which I have picked out. I never do. I think Sunkiller. I can't stop playing Sunkiller, but I promise you I'm not going to play Snout. I've played Snout in every one of my shows since I've gotten the song. I'm not going to play that one because I love it. I'm not going to do to that song what terrestrial radio does to other good songs. They play the crap out of it until nobody likes it anymore. I'm not going to do that. Instead, let's go with Sunkiller, a tune called Wreckage. Let's play that for you on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Stations, changing trends and expectations, haunted lies. You're my heart, oh, you Babylon. Ready to beast and build the bomb, and I know why. Well, right from the start,
Please sit down.
Frankly, this radio person is the whole problem. Are we going to allow this guy to be heard by anyone who can turn a dial?
Please, one at a time.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. A shooting at a food festival in Gilroy, California, south of San Francisco, has left 3 people dead and 15 injured. Police say they killed the shooter. From member station KAZU, Erica Mahoney reports.
Gilroy police say the shooting at the Garlic Festival happened just before 6 Sunday night. Police say within a minute, they took down the alleged gunman. Festival volunteer Marcia Struzik says when she saw people running, she helped direct them outside.
Because I run the children's area, once I knew what was happening, I made sure that my vendors and my volunteers got the children and families out and safe.
Police say the alleged gunman got into the festival by cutting through a fence. They say they're still looking for a second person who may have been involved. For NPR News, I'm Erica Mahoney.
New York City police are still searching for 2 suspected gunmen accused of opening fire at a family festival in Brooklyn on Saturday. 1 person was killed and 11 other people were injured. The festival was at a recreation center next to a playground. New York City's police commissioner estimates between 2,000 and 3,000 people attended the event. President Trump is replacing his Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coats, and will nominate Texas Republican Congressman John Ratcliffe to succeed him. Coats has contradicted President Trump publicly. When Trump questioned whether Russia really interfered in U.S. elections, Coats issued a blunt public statement last year saying U.S. intelligence officials conclude Russia, in fact, did. NPR's Greg Myrie says Coats spoke up on other occasions.
Just this last January, Coats went on and testified on Capitol Hill after the president had said North Korea's nuclear program was no longer a threat and that the Islamic State had been defeated, and Coats contradicted him very publicly. So you didn't hear a lot from Coats, but when you did, it seemed to be shooting down something the president had recently said.
NPR's Greg Myrie. Italian magistrates are investigating a photo of a blindfolded American who is suspected of killing a police officer in Rome. NPR's Silvia Poggioli reports critics condemn the photo, but Italy's interior minister has dismissed it.
Police murders are rare in Italy, and the knifing of a military police officer is grabbing headlines. Early reports the culprits were North Africans unleashed anti-migrant fury on social media. Interior Minister Matteo Salvini said the killers must spend their lives in forced labor. Later, police announced 2 Americans, Finnegan Lee Elder and Gabriel Christian Natal Hjorth, had confessed to the murder. On Saturday, a photo of Natal Hjorth, blindfolded, hands cuffed behind his back, went viral. Judicial authorities launched an investigation into the illegal blindfolding of a suspect. But Salvini tweeted, "I remind those who complain about the blindfold, the only victim is the police officer, and his killers deserve life in prison." Silvia Poggioli, NPR News, Rome.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Captain, I'm picking up a strange anomaly. Mr. Tukok, what is it? It appears to be a primitive form of communication that is traveling through space, Captain. Captain, I've traced the source of the transmission. On screen. Damn it, Jim. That's Earth.
Captain, a signal's coming in.
On speaker.
The John LeVang Show is on every Saturday and Sunday at 8 p.m. right here on Alien X Radio.
Fascinating. I told you not to mess with the space-time continuum.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Here we go! Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
All right, welcome back to The Attack, everybody. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, easing you into your work week. Maybe you're in your cubicle, you're at your desk, at your machine, in your truck, whatever it is that you do for a living. It's still the beginning of your week. Well, I don't know, maybe you got a weird shift. I'm going to say most people, Monday is your first day. So you had a weekend off or a day off, you were chilling, having a good time. And then all of a sudden, you're thrust back into the grind, and you have to go back to work. Now, if you're lucky, and you're one of those very few people that ended up in a job that isn't work to you and you love doing it, then congratulations. The rest of you, you need something to kind of grease the wheels, if you will. So hopefully I'm helping you forget that today is only the beginning of your work week. I'm going to get you to lunch. Unless, of course, you're listening on UG Media and you've already had lunch. And I'll get you through to punch-out time. And then you can, then you can head for the Winchester, have a cold pint, and wait for the whole thing to blow over. One of my favorite movies of all time, by the way, is Shaun of the Dead. Just telling you right now. One of the greatest movies of all time. Shaun of the Dead, no question. Okay? If you know Alien Stone, you know that some of his favorite movies are as follows: Shaun of the Dead, The Last Dragon, The Last Starfighter. Those are fantastic movies. Okay, now there's a whole bunch of other ones that I'm gonna, but those are three huge movies for me. And they cover my three, space, martial arts. What was the other one I said? Wow, I forget stuff real quick and easy. Space, martial arts, and zombies. I gotta do a movie. Yep. Alien zombie ninjas from outer space. Alien zombie ninjas from planet something. I gotta think out what the planet something. Planet Chaos? No, we use Planet Chaos. Yeah, from Planet Chaos. We'll do that. I need funding immediately. Immediately. Oh, yeah, and a few extra 100 hours per month of time to be able to do it. We'll get Anthony C. Ferrante to direct the movie. We'll have him do it. Because, he can crank one out, in 5 days for, $5,000 and still manage to sell it to Sci-Fi. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue with the second half of the program. Did you know that India is going to the moon? They've been out there before, okay? And see, this is one of the things. I just want to point this out for a second, okay? You guys have to stop this mentality of, why is India going? Why is India going? Oh, India's going to do this before us or something. We've been to the moon. I mean, they're going to do something else on the moon first. Nobody's going there to do what we've already done. They're going there to do things we didn't do. That's why they're going. All right? But everybody thinks that there's this big battle or this big race to get out there and be the first person in space to do the first thing out there. I understand on Earth, if you, let's say America comes out with the first thing, whatever that thing is. Okay, yeah, they beat it to market. They invented it. They beat all you guys. Okay. We're all on Earth. But once somebody leaves the planet and goes out into space to do something, you no longer get to represent your country amongst other countries. You're now in space. You now have to represent your planet amongst other heavenly bodies. Okay? So you're no longer French. You're no longer Indian. You're no longer American. You're Earthlings. Okay? You're out there representing the planet. You're out there representing humans. So go for it. If India has got the right, it's in space. They've already launched, from what I understand. They've launched. So whatever India's doing out there, I wish them 1,000% luck. I hope they discover everything that they were looking for, plus more, because it's going to be shared. Things like that. There's no real competition. Everything out there it's a benefit to the whole planet. You have to go out there and represent the planet. You can't go out there and say, we found something out here, but we're not going to tell the rest of the planet. We're only going to use it just for our little country. Really? I just don't foresee that happening. Could it happen? Of course it could happen. I don't think it's going to happen. We need to get some more music for the Vajir holes. I'm rambling again. Space and aliens and ninjas and zombies. Space and aliens and ninjas, oh my. Let's get some music for the Vajir hole. Let's find something. Here, I'm going to do one of these. This is what I call the random. I'm just moving my cursor around a little bit here. These are all fine bands. All of them submitted their music to the station. By the way, if you're in a band and you want to hear your music played on the show, send it to newmusic@alienxradio.com. That's newmusic@alienxradio.com. I will check out said music. And it doesn't have to be of any particular genre. It just must be an MP3. It must be an MP3. And it must be in that email. And the name of your band and the name of the song must both be included in the title of the MP3. You know how many times I get a song submitted to me and I have no idea who sings it because you didn't tell me the name of the artist? It doesn't help me. I mean, I can play it, but it's not going to help you. Not going to be able to send anybody to you. So, anyway, these are all great, fine songs that have been submitted to the station. And I'm just going to go ahead. Like I said, I'm doing a random grab. And what did I find? I found, wow, that was a really interesting random grab. And Mad Martin's going to love this. Some music for your Vajir holes here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space from Limberlost and Long Shadows.
FCC, you know what that means?
Yeah, it means Federal Communications Commission. They can drive around and triangulate wherever the hell a radio signal is coming from.
Yeah, so fuck it, right?
I hear the train a-coming, rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But the train, it keeps a-rolling. I'm down the San Antonio. When I was a baby, my mama told me so. Always be a good boy, don't mess around with God. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head down and cry. Down the line, yeah, far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I let that whistle blow my mother blues. Oh.
What a dork.
Excellent!
It could be dark and cold. It could be dressed to kill. It could be anywhere or anytime to catch a thrill. It pulls out all the stops. Will it rock you to the core? Will it chews you up and it spits you out and it leaves you wanting more? I guess I failed to see the chemical flows inside of me. You and my light show are beginning to follow me. You can be quite persuasive. Well, it can be such a thrill. You can laugh and you can cry. You can kill it surely well. I guess I failed to see the chemicals inside of me. You and my light show are beginning to bother me. Well, it feels like there's nothing I can do. When I'm at the bottom of the stacks,
such a waste. Oh yeah.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Welcome back to The Attack, everybody. I'm your host, Alien Stone. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. What you were just jamming to was the very last time that my old band Freakstar ever got together to record anything. It was a very old song that we actually wrote, but that was a re-recording of it. Chemical's the name of the tune. I do want to thank you for putting up with that, because I wanted to hear it. What can I say? We're getting close to the end of hour number 1. Remember, it's a 3-hour show. We start 9 a.m. Eastern. I take you all the way up till lunch. Kind of ease you into your work week. So, just letting you know what's still coming up on the show in hour number 2. We got more punchlines. Talking about a glow-in-the-dark fish. And yes, this one can be called a fish. A sports update from The Prospect. And what would happen if 2 completely different festivals accidentally got booked for the same day? Almost always it would be a horrible thing. I'm going to tell you why this was a great thing. And you'll probably agree. I've got more music for the Vajir holes than I've ever had before, spread out over the course of the next 2 hours. Bad dates, more news from NPR, and what people are doing to their eyeballs that is going to make you cringe. I know I'm not talking about tattooing them, which we've talked about before. Yes, tattooing your eyeballs. How can it be worse than tattooing your eyeballs? Gonna talk about that. And just a few questions from inside the mothership. The review is called The Just Us League and the Raid on Area 51. All that is still coming up. Gotta take a short break and pause in the action for the station identification, so go nowhere. You are listening to The Attack, the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Employment, family, love, and relationships. What does your future hold for you? We'll call the only psychic line that employs real psychics. Not phonies. I mean people who really can see your future. The Intergalactic Psychic family has all the answers. They have a complete staff of intergalactic aliens who have psychic and telepathic powers. Put your mind at ease. Call today and receive an autographed picture of Bill Clinton shaking hands with Kronk, the Intergalactic Psychic Family's president. And remember, he's not only the ISF president, he's also the client. Call today at 1-900-935-5543. That's 1-900-935-5543. Just $35,000 for the first minute and your life savings each additional minute. So call today. That's 1-900-935-5543.
Morning, bud.
Hey, how you doing? You got that hot date with Sue tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't be doing any of this.
What, scratching my head?
Yeah, you don't want to know you got that dandruff.
I don't have dandruff. Get out of here.
Yeah, you do. Go on, scratch your head.
What? Oh, man, look at these embarrassing flakes.
Yeah, see, I told you. Go and shake your head.
Like this?
No, harder.
Oh, man, there's so many.
Okay, here, let's get them off of the table here. Put them in this bowl.
What do I do?
Why don't you try some of this?
Milk?
Uh-huh.
Will that get rid of my dandruff?
No, but it sure tastes good.
No.
Yeah.
Let me try that. Hey, these are good. Head flakes, new from Kellogg's. A nutritious part of this balanced breakfast. And because they're made of dry flesh, they stay crunchy, even in milk.
Hey, slow down. Save some for me.
Head flakes from Kellogg's. Ask your doctor.
Hi, I'm Barry, owner-operator of Barry's Barometer Barn. Lately, I bet you've been lying awake at night asking yourself, how many barometers do I really need? Well, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we think you need more than one. Otherwise, we're gonna go out of business. Remember, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we don't know the meaning of high-pressure sales. Come on, folks, buy another barometer.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vajir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, welcome to hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. We are moving and grooving right along, and I do apologize. The show's a little thin today. It's a little thin, so I'm filling in the holes. Filling in the holes with some more music. You know, a little more music for you, so you can relax on your Monday morning. You know, we don't always constantly have to be making fun of the world. Although it's so easy, they give us so much material. You know, every time we turn around, some idiot's doing something stupid. Happens all the time, right? Some people say, I'm doing something stupid right now. But that's okay. That is okay. I want to take this opportunity to send out a big, giant shout-out to a very good friend of mine, Charles Richardson. Charles Richardson of the Charles Richardson Show. Wow, that's like hard for me to say. He's been on the station for a very long time. He has his own station, Raw Talk Online, in Florida. And his show is on my station here in Detroit. My show is on his station there in Florida. And as of late, he had some issues, and he was going to take his show off of the air for a while, going to a bit of a hiatus, because he was struggling with some issues. So I was glad that he took the time to tell me that he was doing that, and the reason why he was taking his time off of his show, because, you know, I explained to him, I said, look, you know, there's a lot of people out there that get to that point where they feel like there's just too much. like everything's just too heavy. There's too many things going on, and you're not going to be able to get out from underneath the weight. I understand that. I do. I understand the feeling. I have gone through the feeling many times where you're just like, I just don't, I'm tired of fighting. I'm just tired of struggling. I'm tired of fighting. I'm just sick of it. I'm ready to roll over and just call it a day. Just be done. Okay? But once you reach that point, okay, and you're willing to sit at home and just feel that way and feel the pressure and feel like a failure and feel like a loser or however it is that you feel, it's you're upset. But what you're not doing is the things that make you happy, the things that made you feel better, that made you forget about the fact that you are feeling these things. And Charles explained to me that was how he was feeling, and so he was going to take a break from his show. So I explained to him, the show, for me, has always been my release. When I do my show, it makes me forget about the fact that, you've got bills and you've got health issues and, all these different things that are going on in your life, and you're, like, underneath the weight of a lot of stuff. And rather than letting it keep you in place and keep you from moving forward and keep you from doing the things you want to do, which is only going to get worse, you have to get up and you have to go and turn on the microphone and do your show. Because doing your show gets your mind off of the bad things because you love doing your show. So I wanted to send a big shout out to him because he listened to me, and the Charles Richardson Show has gone live once again. It's back on the air. It could be heard right here on this station every Wednesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, live. You can also, that's right, it's a live show, so it's a 2-hour live broadcast. You could tune in, you could listen to the show, you can call in live, you can talk with him on the air. It's a fantastic show. He also does a video version of the show, which is on Facebook simultaneous, so you can also see who you're talking to. So I do want to thank everybody that has tuned in and listened to the Charles Richardson Show from Detroit here on our station, and I want to thank everybody that has gone over to Raw Talk Online and contacted Charles Richardson. I don't know why that's such a hard word for me to say, his last name. I don't know why. I want to spit when I say it. I don't know what the problem is. But anyway, big shout out to him, and I want to thank and welcome him back to the station because I enjoy his show very much. So normally we would do a What the Florida right here, but since he's in Florida and he almost quit his show, I'm going to say What the Florida was him wanting to quit. And I'm glad to see that he is back. So welcome back, Charles. So let's go ahead and pick out some music for the Vajir Holes so we can get things back underway. That was enough heaviness. I usually don't do this. We just do lots of lighthearted things, and we chit-chat and such. I think Warthog is a good tune to play. This is a band that I used to know way back in the day. I was in an organization called the Michigan Musicians Guild, and we would always have these meetings at different places. And what it was just a lot of different artists. A lot of them were independent artists and writers and acoustic songwriters, and then there was heavy metal bands and full bands. But they all got together to network each other to, what kind of, do you need a bass player? Well, we know bass players. You need a place to play? Well, we got booking agents. And, we would work together. And there was a band at the time called Black. And I really liked the band. And I don't know why I didn't have this before, but I came across an old file not a long time ago, but recently, and it had some music from Black in it. And I hadn't heard it in years and years. So Warthog is the name of the tune. I've been playing this recently. It really brings back memories. So check it out. You're listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
844-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. Relax! I know we're going triple redunculous speeds here, but the gravitational plates are gravitating. The inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector array is not reading any government stories. No political bullshit. Today. Because sometimes on this show, see, when I'm doing Inside the Mothership and I've got D-Unit in the co-pilot seat over here and we're doing the show together, it's easier for us to stay on target and not do political stuff. But when I'm by myself, I got nobody to keep me in check, and sometimes I go off on a tangent. And next thing you know, I'm talking about, healthcare and crap like that, and I need to slow down. Or create a new show. I should just create a new show, right? Where all I do is just bitch and complain from the beginning to the end of every show. Nobody will listen, but it'll be therapy for me. Like, I'll be listening to it and be like, this guy's an asshole. Even me listening to it, I'll be like, come on, man. Nobody wants to hear that. Maybe I'll put it on at like 1 o'clock in the morning when everybody's sleeping. On a Wednesday. I'll just get up for my therapy. I'll get up at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday and just bitch and complain about everything that makes me angry. Everything that I think is stupid. Everything I don't like. And then I'll just watch the ratings drop and lose all my friends on Facebook. Actually, you know what? I have found that the more you bitch and complain and show your true colors on Facebook, the more of your fake friends disappear. Yeah. People say, well, you lose your friends. No. Listen to my statement. More of your fake friends disappear. Your fake friends. Because your real friends get you. They don't necessarily agree with you, but they get you. And they understand that as much as you bitch and complain, like all my friends know how I feel about Johnny Depp. Okay? Just to see Johnny Depp pisses me off. Okay? I don't like Johnny Depp. I don't like him as an actor. I don't like him as a musician. I don't want to hear him talk. I don't want to see his face. The only thing that he's ever been in that I like is Nightmare on Elm Street, where he was splashed against the roof as blood. Okay? Wow, that music just ends. Pow. But, see, most people are going, well, you're just so hateful and all this. You're so hateful. I don't like you anymore. Okay, well, then you're not my real friend, because my real friends understand that I will still be like, oh, you like the movie Blow with Johnny Depp? Well, I hate Johnny Depp, but you're, hey, cool. The movie might be good for you. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to sit here and tear it all down and keep screaming and hollering. I'm going to tell you I don't like him, and then I'm going to move on. Why? Because you're allowed to like him. Even though I don't. You're allowed to like him. I let you. So, anyway. See, I just got off a tangent of some kind. This happens all the time. I forget where I'm at, and I just start talking about something, and then it leads into something else, and then it leads into something else, and then next thing you know, Purple Monkey dishwasher. Okay? We're totally off topic. So I think usually what happens when I get off topic like that is I just throw music into your Vajir holes as a reset. Yep, we just hit a reset button. Forget about all the nonsense I just said. I Am Trouble is the name of the band, and Back Again is the name of the tune, and we'll be back again momentarily on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Yo, don't ever let anybody tell you can't do what you want to do. Set your goals, accomplish your dreams. I'm off and running, baby. I am trouble. Let's go. I hit the ground running, I ain't looking back again. All the shit I've done in the past has got me adamant to be the man that I can be and lead them to the promised land. Cause I done finally found my flame and I can take a stand. I ain't
yeah, but y'all don't really understand. Everything I went through, I did it so I could be a man. Sacrificing myself so y'all ain't gotta do it. Knowing that my daughters will hold me down if I'ma lose it. I swear to y'all and these babies, they made my doing fluid. I'ma keep it moving like a Buick just to prove it to them. Riding till the wheels fall off, I can't be not pursuing. Cause I done promised myself that I'ma make it big. I don't give a shit what you say about me, I'm on again. See this music, I love it like it's a friend of mine. Had I never found the mic, I probably would've lost my mind. Or ended up a junkie looking for another line. I ain't going back again to the lonely road that I used to roam. I was so alone, but I built my dream and now I'm living it. Got my hands in the air and yeah, I'm kicking it. I'm not going back. I ain't going back again to the lonely road. I can still remember everything that they said, that I could never be a rapper, get it out of my head. So I didn't choose a rapper, picked an artist instead. And now I'm painting perfect pictures like Picasso with that. It ain't a dream anymore because I live it. Just a timid little boy that flew off without a gimmick. Now I'm giving everything that I got like the critic. Always kept it real, you can never say that I didn't. Told Sony go to hell, I ain't changing my image. I am the person I am and got a flow to defend it. And I'll be damned if I sell out, I ain't even bending. So put one in the air and smoke for me. Let me take you on a journey that my eyes can see. And I'ma show you everything that I chose to be. Hard work and dedication is a part of T. So if you're feeling how I'm feeling, come on and sing it with me. I ain't going back again to the lonely road that I used to roam. I was so alone, but I built my dream and now I'm living it. Got my hands in the air and yeah, I'm kicking it. I'm not going back. I ain't going back again to the lonely road. I ain't going back again to the lonely road that I used to roam. I'm so alone.
This is David Warren. You're listening to Alien X Radio. This is Rob K from the Creeping Chaos, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
Ah, yes, the creeping chaos and plastic soldiers on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space, one of my all-time favorite bands on the station. And, of course, D-Unit, the bass player from that band, my co-host on Inside the Mothership. It is about that time. Time to take a short break, a pause in the action for station identification. But really quick, we missed a few things this hour when I got into a rant. Just a couple things here we want to go. I can't even find the stuff that I got. Well, yeah, I kept telling you, but I actually missed this on 2 shows in a row, so I'm not going to miss it today. The little shark, okay? Last week on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space, I kept telling you that they found a new species of shark, and I was going to tell you about it, and never did. It's 5.5 inches long, people. Full grown. Full grown. This is not like the fish that you can buy in the fish store that they call a shark. This is an actual shark, directly related in the shark family. It's only 5.5 inches long, full grown, and get this, it glows in the dark. A glow-in-the-dark 5.5 inch shark. It's amazing. We also missed punchlines for this hour, so we're going to do double punchlines next hour. Going to take a short break, pause in the action. We'll be back right after this for the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly sports update with the Prospect on Alien X Radio. The New York Giants are reportedly in a lot of trouble before camp opens. With their receivers suffering injuries during training camp, they may be without Golden Tate for a few games. The league slapped a 4-game suspension for violating the policy on performance-enhancing substances. Now, when you think of performance-enhancing substances in the world of sports, you're instantly thinking of something that would enhance the sport you're playing. Follow me? Tate was suspended for a different kind of performance, as the substance was found in a fertility drug that he was prescribed. An appeal has been scheduled for August 6th, with the decision to be made around the start of the season for ESPN. While Tate will show for training camp with the Giants, the Chargers might be without Melvin Gordon after he has informed the team that he will be a no-show. The 2-time Pro Bowler made the decision because he's wanting a new contract with the team, and both sides are not agreeing on a deal per his sources. It seems that more and more talented players are taking the Le'Veon Bell route and making demands for more money, holding out on their services until said demands are met. The Russell Westbrook chapter with the Oklahoma City Thunder is officially over, and the chapter with the Houston Rockets has officially begun, with the team's press conference held on Friday with him sitting alongside General Manager Daryl Morey. In the conference, Westbrook has pledged allegiance to the team he hasn't played a single game with yet, but feels that he is ready to do great things with them. One statement that was said seemed to resonate with anyone hearing it that may have been in similar situations when Morey said, quote, "To get something great, you have to give up something great," end quote. Now that could mean ending a relationship with someone that you never loved in order to find yourself and possibly be with someone that you can spend the rest of your life with, or leaving your dead-end job due to no chances of advancement or lack of desire in order to find that dream job doing something you love, but in this case it was trading away Chris Paul in a few future drafts. Well, so much for those State Farm commercials. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I am the Prospect, saying until next time, Prospect out.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at ashleys.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
The Paul Farah Comedy Show on Alien X Radio every Monday at 8 p.m. ET. Tune in for comedy guest music and a whole load of madness erupting on the airway. The Paul Farah Comedy Show. Let the mayhem commence.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Welcome back to The Attack, everybody. The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, live on alienxradio.com, UG Media, Facebook, and YouTube. You can check us out all over the place. Make sure you look for the Alien X Radio fan group available on Facebook. Make sure that you join that group because you will get all of the feeds, everything available right there in one place for all the shows. Inside the Mothership, Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. We've got a couple other random pop-up shows that come up that'll be on there, and I'm thinking there's big things coming up in the future here involving the fan book, the fan group page, YouTube, especially YouTube. There's a lot of big things coming up involving the John LeBang Show as well. The John LeBang Show is going to expand quite a bit. It's all in process, so it's all in process because John LeBang, if you know anything about John LeBang, he does everything right. You know what I'm saying? He slows down. He doesn't rush stuff. He slows down and he figures out how he wants to do stuff, and he makes sure that he does it correctly. If you've heard any of his specials, you listen to an hour or maybe a 2-hour epic show that he does with all of his characters, and you're like, oh, that was 2 hours. That was really cool. Yeah, well, it took him like 9 months, or it took him 7 months to make that. Because he takes time, you know what I'm saying? All the sound effects in there. It's like a full movie production just without the video. That's where YouTube comes in. We're going to start doing all kinds of really cool things involving the John LeBang Show, and I'm sitting down with him pretty soon to talk to him about some changes to the station and that YouTube channel. As you know, he's heavily involved in video and YouTube as well. So anyway, also wanted another big announcement on the station. For sports fans, I know all of you right now are going, all we get is that weekly sports update from the prospect. He doesn't give us any more. Just once a week, he tells us what's happening in the world of sports. And it's like, right, well, he's got a regular job. He can't come in here and do whole shows. Well, guess what? Courtesy of my good friend Jonathan Rios from WON The Apple in New York City, New York. Very, very soon, I'll be announcing the time slots for two sports programs that he produces over there in New York that will be broadcasting right here on alienxradio.com. So you sports fans are going to have a good time. You heavy metal heads are going to have a good time. You comedy fans are going to have a good time. There's going to be a little something for everybody on Alien X Radio. Oh, my God. I'm excited for the changes that we're going to be making to the station. So anyway, going to go ahead and put some more music into your Vajir holes. But, actually, I kind of stop skipping these stories. So real quick, though, what would happen if two different festivals got booked for the same time? Generally, it would be disastrous, right? It would be disastrous. Because, number one, if they don't conflict, they won't have anything in common or reason to be together. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll be a total conflict. Like the two groups do not get along. and it's a bad situation. Well, what would happen if it just worked out? If it just worked out? What two things could be booked at the exact same time and work out? As soon as I said this to D yesterday, he was like, well, yeah, I think it would. They booked a Renaissance Festival. You know, Renaissance Festival from like medieval times. People that walk around in suits of armor with swords and all that kind of stuff, and people pretending to be wizards and elves and stuff. You know, I go to Renaissance Festival every year here in Michigan. I love it. I love it. Well, they accidentally booked another festival for the same day, and those people just showed up. It was a heavy metal festival. Bang, right? I'm willing to bet that next year they are not going to book either of these two events. Instead, they're going to book the Heavy Metal Renaissance Festival. They're gonna do it intentionally next year because it worked out so well. Everybody got along. Think about all the metalheads that are there wearing an Iron Maiden T-shirt. Think about the word Iron Maiden. Where does Iron Maiden come from? Medieval times. They loved each other. Spikes and leather and, oh my God, the metalheads were sitting there watching people jousting and sword fighting. They were loving it. And you have not lived until you've seen a guy in a suit of armor headbanging to Pantera. Okay? You have not lived until you see that. So I would love to be able to go to something like this. The Heavy Metal Renaissance Festival in Holly, Michigan. Stop on in. Headbang and buy a sword. It sounds awesome. I want to go. I do. So let's go ahead and get some more music for your Vajir Hole. Spiral Crush, the name of the band, and Electric Life, the name of the tune. You're listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
I on by, I smell like shit and I'm coming fly. A pimp to the beat, eating from the garbage on the street. Yeah, this is how I roll. Paper bag pants out of control. You can find me at the glory hole. Winning through the wall for a quick free blow. Girl, look at my body. Girl, look at my body. Girl, look at my body. I ain't trash. Please give me some money. Please give me some money. Please give me some money. I ain't trash. When I walk in the spot, yeah, this is what they see. Okay. An old dirty man that drinks his own pee. Got a disaster in my pants, and I ain't scared to show it. Show it, show it, show it. I'm sexy and I'm homeless. I'm sexy and I'm homeless. When I'm at the mall, I'm in the bathroom trying to clean my balls. When I'm at the beach, I'm in the brown bag trying to tan my cheeks. This is how I roll. Got a cardboard box that I call home. I keep a semen in the jar, baby, don't be jealous. No shoes, no shirt, cause I'm fucking homeless. Girl, look at my body. Girl, look at my body. Girl, look at my body. I ain't trash. Please give me some money. Please give me some money. Please give me some money. I ain't trash. When I walk in the spot, yeah, this is what they see. Okay. An old dirty man that drinks his own pee. Got a disaster in my pants, and I ain't scared to show it. Show it, show it, show it. I'm sexy and I'm homeless. I'm sexy and I'm homeless. I'm sexy and I'm homeless.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8990. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Come on.
All right, everybody, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, on alienxradio.com, UG Media, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. I do want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for listening, everybody for commenting, chatting, calling. It's been an amazing, amazing process, really. Every single week, I get more and more listeners, more and more submissions from around the world. Just last week, somebody tuned in for just a second listening to the show and then sent me a message saying, never mind, we wanted to see if you would play our music, but you're playing heavy metal and we don't do heavy metal. So next thing you know, I'm engaged in a conversation with somebody from Dublin, Ireland about their music, and I play all kinds of music, and I ended up playing their music. Because on this show, we play all kinds of music. It's not just heavy metal. Yeah, there's a lot of hard rock involved. Okay, that's my bread and butter. But I do play all kinds of stuff. For a while, we were playing a song on the station by a band called Brass Against the Machine. And what they were is they were an orchestra brass band that did covers of Rage Against the Machine songs. So it's kind of awesome. Used to play that, and I was in contact with them, talking with them too. So it sounded very different. I mean, sure, you just heard I'm Sexy and I'm Homeless. That's a comedy version of a dance song. So, submit your music. Everybody out there that's making music, everybody says, hey, we want people to listen to our music. But nobody ever wants to go through the process of getting it out there. Everybody thinks, oh, that's just a waste of time. But what else have you got besides time? You took all your time already to get the band together, come up with a name for the band, write the music, record the music. You know what I mean? You put the time in already, so why not finish putting in the time now that you've got a finished product and make sure that people can hear it? And this is something that I've been toying around with in my mind for a while now. And I think that very thing I just said is what's going to make me go ahead and pull the trigger on this. A lot of people that have been listening to my show, they also know that they've noticed that I haven't been doing another show that I've been doing. It was called To Serve Man. And a lot of people are wondering, I'm sure, why I just suddenly stopped doing that show. And I'm going to tell you why I stopped doing that show. It was a request show. I wanted people to request music, and I was going to play all kinds of music, national as well as independent music. And either everybody was very happy with the music I was choosing, or they just don't want to request music. They just want music to be handed to them, which I think is also true as long as that music is good. And that's hard to judge because you don't know what ears are on the other end of your music. You don't know. So I also used to do a show a long time ago on the station called the Alien X Radio Top 10 Count Up. And what that was it was like all the other shows that were countdown shows. This is our top 10 for the week, like Billboard Countdown, Except I didn't base what songs were on there on anything to do with algorithms or record sales or any of that crap. The listeners of the radio station and the members of the bands and the fans of the bands dictated to me what 10 songs were going to be on that list every week and in what order they were going to appear. I didn't get any say-so. It was all up to you guys. Now, right now, there's some people that are listening to the show that didn't listen to the show before, and they're going, you called it a count-up. That's ridiculous. It's a countdown, right? Well, let me explain to you that. Because when you go to a bar, the bar vodka is usually on a little shelf underneath the soda gun, okay, in an unmarked bottle, okay? And the best or most expensive vodkas are on the top shelf, right? So the best is on the top, so how do you get to the best? You have to go up, right? So why would you call it a countdown when you're starting at the bottom and you're going up? So I'm pretty sure, people, that in place of To Serve Man, Alien Stone is going to bring back and just simply call the show The Count Up. As it is not on Alien X Radio alone. It could be on many stations all over the world. So, Alien Stone's Count Up. In the works and on its way very, very soon to Vajir holes around the world. And the playlist is up to you, people. Submit your music to new music at alienxradio.com. That's new music at alienxradio.com. You can't be on the count up unless I have your music. And you won't get onto the count up even if I have your music if you and your fans don't vote. All those details on the way. Taking a short break, pausing the action for station identification. Back with hour number 3 of the attack. Right after this, go nowhere.
Ashley's of Westland, the best for food, friends, and entertainment. Stop in on Mondays for $5 burgers, Tuesdays for $3 pints and trivia, Wednesdays for $5 pizza, and don't forget to stop by on Saturday nights to visit our own DJ Wild Bill and Sporkle Live. Order delivery online with Grubhub and Uber Eats at Ashley's.com. Ashley's of Westland is located at 7525 Wayne Road in Westland, Michigan. Ashley's of Westland, Michigan's premier multi-tap.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
Look at the turning wheel.
The Alignment, the latest CD from the Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water. Dead in the water. Beg for mercy and Under the Blade. We live our lives under a blade. Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend? Igor's Lube. I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out? Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube. I got dry, flaky elbows. Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Are you looking for a way to get your message out there? Have you been looking for just the right way to advertise your business, website, or upcoming event? Have you thought about advertising on the radio but thought it would be too expensive? Well, you should try advertising on Alien X Radio. We have advertising packages for every budget starting as low as $30 per month. That's right, radio advertising for as little as $1 a day. You don't have a commercial? No problem. Our copywriting and production department can create a radio spot complete with voiceovers, sound effects, and music that's just right for your needs. And unlike other stations, the production is included. So what are you waiting for? Just visit www.alienxradio.com and click on the advertisers link to get a look at our packages and rates. Then contact us at advertising@alienxradio.com. That's advertising@alienxradio.com.
So you're tired. You work and work, your job is not secure, and the pay sucks. You've got student loans, credit card debts, nagging relatives, and so on. In short, you're burned out, stressed, exhausted. But you know what? Celebrities have it even worse. They have similar problems, except for the working hard part. Plus, many have millions of dollars. So when you think you're tired, you have no idea what you're talking about. Celebrity problems are more important than yours because they're famous. So the next time you hear about one of our beloved celebrities checking into a $10,000 a day clinic in Beverly Hills for exhaustion, don't throw down your hard hat or slam down the want ads in murderous rage. Just sit there in your crappy little apartment you can barely afford and think of ways that you might be able to help that poor, ever so exhausted, spends more on one outfit than you make in a decade celebrity. This has been a public service announcement about celebrity exhaustion.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give us some static! You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership
For the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time? Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your vagir holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, welcome to hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Alien Stone is my name. You may call me the Shogun of Harlem if you like. I know I need to get some more sound clips from some of the other movies that I love. Can't just be the same one all the time. I get it. Anyway, moving and grooving right along. As we move into hour number 3, remember we got another news update coming from NPR, as well as some punchlines. We got to double up this hour because we skipped them last hour. We're going to talk to you about what people are doing with their eyeballs now, and you're going to cringe. I don't know, some of you might actually think it's cool. I don't know. And, of course, we will review just a few questions from Inside the Mothership, which aired yesterday, the Just Us League, and the raid on Area 51. Just a Few Questions is a segment heard on Inside the Mothership each and every week. It airs at 12 noon Eastern. Sunday, where we will sell you the whole seat. but you will only need the edge. I don't think I've ever said it that way before. So it's,
We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Monster truck stuff, you know what I mean? Anyway, we have no wackadoo of the week. I'm going to call myself the wackadoo of the week because I didn't bother to do the stuff I was supposed to do. That's kind of whack. But, you know, music for the Vajir holes. Coming up. 313-444-8919. Again, the number is 313-444-8919. That's how you give me a call. But remember, I have all the equipment now to eventually make this happen. But right now, unfortunately, in order for you to call and talk to me, I have to be talking on the microphone when you call. If music's playing, if commercials are playing, if a pre-recorded thing is playing, I can't answer the phone. It'll mess up the feed. That'll be handled soon, I promise you. Got all the equipment now. So, anyway, we need to get into the music here. I was thinking some Kenny Hill Group. I haven't played any Kenny Hill Group in a little bit. So let's play... of course it doesn't show up. I love it when I type in something and it's just not there. This happens to me all the time. There it is. All right, so the Kenny Hill Group has been in studio before, and we've done many, many shows with their drummer, Smash. I call him Smash Cobb, Paul Smash Cobb of Smash Entertainment, Smash Concerts. He does lots of promoting and such, usually at like the Token Lounge and places around the Detroit area. But anyway, he's the drummer of this band, and Kenny Hill, the singer and guitar player and driving force behind the band, the Kenny Hill Group. Johnny Sacco and his Flying Robot is the name of this one, and you're listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Here's a complete disc jockey show with all the modern pace of today's exciting radio.
From the kings who all of your champions and the lords, you don't wanna get it on. Only the strong